What's going on, guys? It's Evo here. I'm with Man Guardians. I'm bringing you another draft video. This is our top 5 CBs, and I have a draft analysis with us. Steady, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good. What's up, guys? I am Steady, and I am a top analyst. I know exactly what I'm talking about. There is nobody better. I've studied my whole life, all of these defensive backs, and I am ready, these corners specifically, and I am ready to give you guys the scoop who I think is the best.
Yeah, this is gonna be a blast, right? We're gonna get a lot of good takes from Steady. He really knows his shit. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Thanks for hopping on the show with me, bud. I know it's a lot to ask of you to kind of reveal this information. I appreciate all the work that you're putting in, especially because you're not even in the PS5 league yet. But hey, I just wanted to let you know I appreciate you. And hey, let's go ahead and hop right into it. Go ahead and tell me who your cornerback number 1 is.
Well, for my number 1 quarterback on my board, I've actually got a bit of a surprise pick. I've got Caleb Farley ranked number 1.
Wait, not Surtain?
Not Surtain. No, I know Surtain's like the hype guy, right? But I think Caleb Farley has a lot of potential. As we all know, he played. He's not always been a corner, right? He played quarterback in high school. He played receiver, and now he's like just switching to corner, and he's played at a very high level. I think with a few years of practice, I think he could develop into a big top corner man. Like I've seen shades of Jair Alexander in this guy.
No, dude, not yeah. Jair is a lockdown corner. You're gonna say that a guy who has played 1 year of college football cornerback. Granted, he played good. 1 year. You're gonna say an athlete, not even a defensive back. I'm not even gonna call him that, right? He has to earn that title. You're gonna say an athlete is as good as Jair Alexander.
Well, I agree, right? He's only played a little bit, but with this little experience that he has, he's already at like an all, national, considered one of the best corners in the draft already, and he's been here for such a little time. So I think after getting to the NFL level and having a little more time just at the position, I really think he could develop into a high tier guy. That's why he's so high on my board. Just the upside,
So this is a home run pick. This is a boom or bust pick, and I'm telling you guys right now, Caleb Farley will be edited post-draft. So if he's a bust, he'll be reflected post-draft. So your scouting on him won't show you exactly the kind of player he is now. So if you feel like taking a risk, and if you believe in Steady, right now, Steady, I mean, you're putting your career as a mock draft, draft analyzer on the line on Caleb Farley being a stud, right?
Wow. Well, I'm pretty confident. I'm one of the best, like we said, right? But I can agree that it's definitely a risky pick, right? Because he's just had such little time there. But whether or not you want to take that risk is up to, the coaches and guardians. So
yeah, I mean, it looks like this guy could definitely pay off and be just an absolute lockdown corner, or he could be a waste of a pick, and people could be scratching their heads as why they picked him so early in the draft. But hey, enough of that. Let's go to number 2. Please tell me you have the right person at number 2 at least, if you're gonna disgrace him and not put him 1.
Alright, so at number 2 on my list, of course, I've got to have Mr. Surtain, right? Patrick Surtain. Many would consider him their number 1 guy, but, with all the hype around this guy, I mean, he's got it all, right? I'd say if you want the safe pick, Surtain's definitely the man. He's got great coverage skills. He's just locked down. He's always performed at a high level. I don't think you disagree with this one, would you, Evo?
No, I agree. I think Surtain, I mean, he reminds me of Jeffrey Okudah coming out. And I know that you were telling me that was your comp with him as well, right? And I think that is such a good pick because this guy has the technicals down. He has the coverage ability down. I mean, he reacts to the ball so well. And he's just one of those guys where, like, he might not be the greatest athlete, but this guy, in my eyes, is a cornerback 1 in almost every locker room that he goes to.
And I think that's why he's on most people's boards. He's valued so high. So if you're looking for, like, you don't want to mess up, right? You want to keep your job. He's definitely the safer pick.
Yeah, we'll definitely add some talent to defense. Let's go ahead and hop right into our 3rd best cornerback in the draft.
Number 3 on my draft board, I've got J.C. Horn. Now, I've noticed that for some reason he's been falling on a lot of people's boards out of the first round even. But in my eyes, I think this guy is still like a lock as a first round talent. Evo, are you one of those guys who thinks that he's not going to perform at that level in the NFL?
No, I'm on your corner here. I think he's a first-round cornerback. I think he's got the potential to be really good. Definitely an above-average starter. I think J.C. Horn, if you're picking him in the first round, that's a steal right there. I think he's definitely a first-round guy. Maybe like mid-first would be his true rating for me personally. But yeah, J.C. Horn, he's only shown like greatness. You know, I love this man.
And one thing about J.C. Horn is how aggressive he is. He goes for those interceptions. I mean, he's willing to put it all on the line, but it kind of leaves him susceptible to big plays. And so that's kind of why our player comparison for him, we put Marcus Peters.
Yeah, and I think that's a great comparison because Marcus Peters, I mean, since his time in the league, I think he leads in interceptions. That man just has a nose for the football, but because of it, he also could get beat deep a little bit. Not the best tackler. I think J.C. Horn's like a little clone of Peters, which, I mean, hey, if you like interceptions, he might be your guy.
Yeah, definitely. So I think later in the first round, if you want a guy, or maybe if he's still there early in the second, I think definitely that J.C. Horn can be your man.
Look at that. See, I love this about you, Steady. You don't just take the top 5 cornerbacks projected. You look through the whole list and find your top 5 and find those sleepers. I love J.C. Horn here at 3. Let's go ahead and get into number 4.
Number 4 on my list is Eric Stokes. Mr. Stokes, right? He's very not physical, but he's fast, right? He's very speedy. And I think that's definitely something. Athleticism is definitely something you look for in an NFL corner. But his coverage is kind of suspect, and he also doesn't really have that motivation. You know what I mean? He doesn't have that drive that you look for at the professional level. Now, what do you think about that?
I totally agree with that. I wish we would have seen a little bit more development from him in college to kind of show that he has the ability to develop at the next level. I think this is one of those guys that you draft based on physical traits and that you dev up. You focus train him every week, and it really needs a good coach to use him right. But I mean, I think when used right, I think he could really be a difference maker, an impact player. I think he's one of those guys that could keep up with the modern day NFL wide receivers who just have speed everywhere. You know, I think he's one of the guys who has the potential to be a really good player, but maybe not reach early in the first for him, you know? Because he's a potential guy.
Yeah, so definitely, whoever takes him, the coach should definitely be willing to put in the effort to bring this guy up, scheme, stuff like that, how he fits in. It's going to be very important to how this guy pans out in the league. So, best of luck to him. I think he's definitely got the potential if coaching staff's able to put in the work.
Okay, and last but not least, Steady, who is your 5th best cornerback in this draft class?
At number 5, I've got Paulson Adibo. Now I think he's got great zone coverage, which is good. He's always seems to be in place to make plays, on the ball. He's always in position, good reaction time. I think his man coverage is really what drags him down, and he's not exactly as athletic as you might want your NFL corner to be. Evo, your thoughts?
I love this pick here. I think Paulson Adibo is just a very good pick. He might not be a swing for the fences pick. He might not be a lockdown corner, but by no means is this man going to make a mistake. He's going to play his zones. He's going to play them well. If you're a guy who calls a lot of zone, he's going to be great for you. I think you said that this is going to be like his comparison's Casey Hayward, right?
Correct. That is correct.
I love that comparison too. I think it's just one of those guys who plays really, really good zones, has a great knack at breaking on the pass at the perfect time, knowing when to turn his head, knowing when to pass off to his teammates. I think this is a great pick. And honestly, I don't think anyone would be disappointed to have a player like this on their team.
Yeah, well, I mean, like we said, he's definitely a zone corner. So if you run a lot of man, please do not draft this guy and ruin his career. Okay, you need to be a zone defense. That's for certain.
Well, there we go. There is our top 5 cornerbacks. We have some controversy towards the top, but I think we mainly agree on picks 3 through 5. So thank you, Steady, for taking time out of your day to help kind of give us some draft content. And dude, I mean, we'll have to see if Caleb Farley's legit. It might solidify you as the best analyst in the draft.
Oh, I mean, we'll see, right? You never know until draft day. I mean, even after that. So, it was an honor to come on with you and onto the show and give my thoughts. I wish everyone the best of luck in the Madden Guardians draft. I hope this was useful to you guys in some way. I guess we'll see you guys later.
Awesome. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.